You've got two dictionaries, let's say, and you need one. Maybe it's a default config and a user override. Maybe it's two API responses. The way you'd reach for this still says a lot about which era of Python you learned. So in this video, let's go through 4 ways to merge. Not all of them right. Now, before syntax, one rule that governs all of it: a dictionary holds exactly one value per key. So merging isn't really combining, it's actually layering. When two dictionaries share a key, one value survives and the other is gone. Across every method we cover here, the rule is the same. The right-hand side wins. Burn that in, right wins, everything else is just spelling. Your update function has been here forever, and it mutates in place. Base.update extra pours extra into base, overwriting on conflict. No new dictionary, no return value. It changes base and hands you back none. That last part bites people who write result equals base.update with extra in the parens, and then they wonder why result is none. So if you need to keep the original around, you copy first. Merged equals base.copy, and then you've got merged.update extra, let's say. So 2 statements, a temporary variable, not an expression. And that friction is what the newer tools were built to remove. Before Python 3.9, the one expression answer was double star unpacking. Merged equals your open curly brace, a 2 double stars, base, comma, double stars, extra, close curly brace. It builds a brand new dictionary, leaves both originals untouched, and right still wins. It works on Python 3.5 and up, so if you're supporting older runtimes, this is still your move. And the catch, it always returns a plain dict. Unpack 2 default dicts, and you get back an ordinary dict. The type is discarded. And honestly, a few people guess, double star A, comma, double star B on their first try. It's powerful, but it isn't obvious. And then Python 3.9 gave us PEP 584 and the union operator. Merged equals base with your bar and then extra. And it reads like set union. Builds a new dictionary, leaves both sides alone, and right wins. And you can chain it, A bar B bar C, layers left to right. And unlike unpacking, it respects the left operands type, so a default dict on the left gives you a default dict back. This is the obvious way the language was missing. So if you're on 3.9 or newer and you want a new dictionary, this is your default answer. Its partner, the bar equals sign, the augmented version, base bar equals extra updates, base in place, same effect as update, cleaner spelling, and the relationship mirrors lists. Bar is to bar equals what list plus is to plus equals, right? So that makes sense. It looks right. One builds new, one mutates. Reach for bar equals when you're folding several dictionaries into an accumulator and you don't want a new object each pass. Let's think of a couple gotchas real quick. Gotcha 1, the bar returns a new dictionary, does not modify in place. Writing base bar extra on its own line does nothing useful, you still have to assign it. Base equals base bar extra is fine. Base bar extra alone just throws the result away. And your second gotcha, the data loss trap. Merging never combines values under a shared key. So if base has in your curly braces your tags in quote, colon, 1 in brackets, and extra has the tags with the 2, the result is tags 2, not 1, comma 2. The whole value is going to be replaced, not appended. If you actually need to fuse values, sum counts, concatenate lists, no merge operator is going to do that for you. You write explicit logic, or you reach for collections.counter when you're adding numbers. So let's say you need a new dictionary. On 3.9 plus, Python version 3.9 plus, use the bar. You need a new dictionary but supporting older Python, you can use your double stars. If you need to mutate in place, your modern bar equals. Mutating in place or merging a non-dict mapping or maximum capability, you got update. And whenever keys collide, right wins every single time. So that's just a quick dictionary merging overview of these options. Pick the tool that's going to match whether you want a new object and which Python version you're on. And that's it. Pretty simple there. You just have to know what these options are and what they do.